Battery's hot. Hi guys. Good evening. Thursday, I think. Right? Thursday? Thursday evening. Got my drill stuck-ish. Overheated the battery. But also discovered I made another mistake on the fence. It never ends. Hi guys. Hello, hello. How is everybody? It's hot. It's like really hot. All right. So, I got to remove a piece that we already put in and then replace it. Move it at a different spot because of where my gate's going to line up. And I'll show you all what I mean here in a minute. Not a big deal. Let me make sure I ain't cutting that. That one's loose. Now I want it to stay in there because I don't want it to, I got to move this up because it lands right where my gate's going to be. Ugh. Perfect. Well, obviously that's not going anywhere. So, bring you guys around here, show you what's going on. All right. Hello. So, I'm my 16-foot gate, which involves two 8-foot gates. My 4 is pretty much done. Small tweak and whatnot, but my 4-footer's done. It latches. It does what I got some tweaking to do, but it's good. It's good. I got half of my 16-foot up yesterday. Like I said, it's two 8-footers. And when I went to drill my hole for my top gate, it actually hit on the backside of my H-brace. And I got to be able to go through that with this so I can double nut it. So, I had to move I'm going to move my H-brace, but I wanted to get this in here before it gets dark and before the bugs come out, because they drive you nuts here. So once I get all this done, I'm going to put my H-brace back in a little higher, and all is well. So, where's my chat keep going? Looks great. I hope you guys are happy with it. But, so let's get down here, show you what else I did. You guys all know that Knucklehead moved to 3 Cal Garage. I got all the supports out of that. I have it so it's leaning so the rain will run off the back side of it. I got that done. It looks pretty good. But you guys see the shadow? You see how dark it is? I think that might be why they don't like going in there. So I am either going to cut a window in back here or something to make it seem more open. And then if it's really, really cold, I can close it off, right? So we're going to put something on the outside of this so it's a little bit better. Yeah, solar light. I am planning on putting solar lights in there, in here, and then obviously down at Uno's Orchard will also be some solar light. So yeah, but I have some work to do on this from us moving it and whatnot. I mean, it's pretty heavy, it's pretty sturdy, but I feel like we're going to strengthen it a little bit, and it's got some holes in the roof, so I think I might get new metal and put down up here, and just, you can see where some of the wood started to rotten out just a little. I pulled on it yesterday, it's still good and strong, but we want to either fill them holes in with silicone or just put some new pieces up top so it don't leak. And then, like I said, I'll probably add some supports and whatnot on here, but we're coming along. So my goal for tonight is to get the gates done in this area, the ones that I have. Obviously, I don't have that gate yet, and I don't have that gate yet. But quite honestly, I don't need that gate yet. Yeah, some more cross bracing. Exactly. And with that, so guys, when I went in the other day to start looking around and get what's going on, there's some pretty nasty bees nests in there that were very irritated. I got stung once and that was enough. You guys can actually see them flying around in there. So I have to get some pretty good bee spray and get in there, because I don't want nobody else getting stung. So I've kind of, let's just get some gates done and then we'll take care of all that. But pulling in here, guys, and seeing this is exciting. So once I get the gates done, my goal is going to be to come around and do a real hard cleanup in here. Make sure there's nothing for them to step on. Make sure, you know, all this is cleaned up, because this will be the first area that they'll come into. Now, they'll have access to everything, but for the first couple hours, we might just leave them up here. I don't know, to watch how they get along. Maybe it's better to let them spread out and, you know, go check everything out. I do plan to mow this down in here too. Yeah, wait till darker when it cools off for the bees. I agree. Definitely decided we're going to, for now, keep the garden. Just got to get in there and weed whack a little bit. Can you imagine when all this is fenced in? Guys, I still got to get some fencing for over here, but I feel like it's not a heart attack, because the goats can still have access to this and they'll still have all of that. They just won't be out here right away, because I want to get the projects we have started around here finished before I start. Yeah, they're hornets. Yes. Before we start another project. Like, honestly, I want to get down to Uno's orchard. I'm going to weed whack. I want to start that mowing process before I put fencing up, because then I can get in there with my bigger mower and get that all cleaned up around that tree. Get the old tent out of there. So there's some cleanup down there I'd like to get done as well, once I get, you know, all of this cleaned up and ready for animals. It is going to be great. Yeah, we'll have solar lights, absolutely. And we'll have some regular lights too. It's, you know, it will have solar lights. We're going to have power down here at some point. Actually, Jay stopped by on his way through. He was picking up some materials and we talked about some things, and just, you know, and I have some ideas for some lights to, if somebody would drive back here and doesn't belong back here, there's going to be some lights to turn on. It's probably going to scare them a little, but I don't know if it'll ever be finished. And I'm not saying that negative. I just think there's always going to be something to do, right? Whether it's animal care or adding, you know, don't forget, guys, I got a whole goat playground to build. I want to put stuff up for the cows to play with. You know, down there under that, not the willow tree, but the big tree beside it, I might cut some of them lower branches off and then hang one of them blue barrels from it, so they have something to play with. Maybe even the donkeys will play. I don't know. But the other side of that is, you know, guys, it's time to mow again. I need to mow up around the house. That path that we made back there to build the fence, I got to keep driving around back there and just trimming stuff back, and we want to keep that path available so we can always drive around there. But it's good. It's all good. Yeah, I'm excited to see animals here again too, which I think we do have a plan for that. And like I said, Mary and I will discuss it a little bit further. We briefly touched on it last night. So we will announce that very, very soon. How will I keep my hay dry? Great question. So for now, I'm not going to be buying that much hay. I'm not going to like stockpile it. But up there in one of the garages, I do have a place to store hay for now. And at some point, there's going to be a carport right in this area. And when I feed them, I figure on putting a little extra out. That way, it can stay dry. I want it under one of them carports, if you know what I mean. So I feel like that carport's going to sit in this area. And the reason that is, guys, look, there's stone here. So I feel like that will be good on their hooves as well, right? Like they can come here and work their hooves down on the stones. And then I feel like over here, so I feel like when they're here and they're going to go out into the pasture, right? Because they're nosy. My plan is, and I have it all ready, and over here between where this gate's going to be, you know, it's going to be open 99% of the time right here. I'm going to hang one of them bovine socks. So when they walk through there, it'll run on their head. Hopefully the cows will play with it and not rip it down. And that'll help them with their fly treatment. And then also up under that carport will be, I plan on keeping their water there to keep it out of the sun. Could I put the hay in the kidding shed? I could. Yeah, I could. Eventually, the long range goal is to get a nice run-in shed that has like 2 stalls and then a tack room. I don't need tack, but the tack room is where I could keep maybe some medicines, some tools that were farm specific, and then also keep some hay in there and grains. So that's kind of the plans. It's all going to take time. It's not going to happen overnight. So we're actually digging around over there. I found one of the galvanized cans that don't leak. So I'll be able to put like 2 bags of grains in there and keep them. And let's remember, guys, I'm only going to have a few animals. So it's not like I got to stockpile a whole bunch of stuff. But I'm going to learn as I go. You know, like I told you guys before, there's going to be mistakes made. But we're just going to learn from them. And, you know, the essentials are going to be the food. And let's also remember that they're probably going to want to come in here and eat on all this green grass, right? So I don't feel like I necessarily have, now they're going to get hay, but I don't feel like they're going to have all that much hay to begin with. And I believe when I do feed grains and whatnot, I will do it at night or the evening, because I feel like watching and learning from other channels that if I feed them in the mornings, they're going to be lazy and not want to go out and eat all this down, which I need them to. So then they'll get their hay and whatnot in the evening. Well, they'll have hay all the time, but their grains and stuff, that'll happen in the evening. Do you plan on having separate area goats so not to overeat on grass? So Jay and I talked about that. He doesn't feel like, because Oreo, Joey, Twizzler, and Lightning already have access to pasture, and he doesn't feel like, now obviously we'll watch, you know, if they start getting the diarrhea, then here's the thing, guys, I can close them off into here where there's not as much green. That is a big reason why I wanted to have an extra, not an extra, but I wanted a pasture. The other thing is, guys, let's remember, with this carport idea, I want to put cattle panels down the sides of it so I can like enclose it. Now, let's think about this. Last night, buy some hay before winter. People. I agree. And we've got, from hanging out with Jay, I got to know some people that have stuff. So just last night we talked about going to an auction just to look. Honestly, I'm not doing anything until we're all set up here. But you know, if we bring an animal home like a cow from auction, we're going to have to quarantine them from the rest of them, because as we've learned with Cinco, Chuck, that they can get that shipping fever or whatever. I won't want to bring that home to these guys, right? So we'll have to have an area where they can stay, and we watch them a little bit before we can, put them with our guys that are healthy. So, and that's all down the road, guys. That's all down the road. Don't look for any. Well, of course, if you've seen a picture of the little jerk, here's the thing. I feel like if I would have went to auction last night, we probably would have come home with a little Jersey cow. But I really got to watch what I do here. We got to make sure that we can take care of the ones that we're getting, and just making sure that we can, get to winter, and we don't want to rush anything. I feel like it's more important to get the shelters and learn what we're doing here before I start adding more animals. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't, yes, I know Lester is selling 2 of it, but guy, I'm just not, listen, I want a pair of Longhorns. I really, really do, but I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready. And I think the 2 that he's, selling are pretty much spoken for. So it's all good. All in due time. I did find some Longhorn farms around here. I'd rather have them from Texas, but so here again, we cannot rush into anything. I got plenty to do here, and it's going to be really cool as I'm doing. Hey, Janook! It's going to be pretty cool to be able to be here working and keep your head on a swivel to see who's sneaking up behind you, and so that's going to be entertaining in itself. And I just don't want to get to the point where, man, we can't, let's head into winter with the ones we got, learn what we're doing, keep adding and building onto our systems out here and making things better, right? Because I have a lot to learn. Mary has a lot to learn. Jaden's got a lot of work to do. So that's just what we'll do. We're going to learn. And like we said, we know in the wintertime is when we're going to need more hay and more grains, and that's when water lines start to freeze. And absolutely, none of this would be happening without Jay and everything that he's taught me. A lot of what I'm saying is because he's taught me this, and I've learned, I've seen this over the last couple years. Like, I know a little bit. Just like, basically, you kind of like a dry lot. I learned that from him, that if they have a place like this to walk on constantly, it's going to wear down their hooves, and that's the cows and the goats, right? So slow and steady, absolutely. One day at a time, one goat at a time. It'll be good. It'll be good. Yes, I'm gonna sit down and take a break. Is that all right? I'm sweating. Look, I am a sweaty mess. I probably smell like a billy goat. Yeah, you guys got to tell Mary. Like, I know her and Jaden are going to martial arts probably right now, but if she passes, I'm fearful. I'm fearful she's going to end up in jail. Every cow she sees, she thinks she can steal. We won't let her though, right? 2 cows at a time, 2 cows at a time, right? So obviously the little shelter down there is called the 3 cow garage. Though we're only going to have 2 cows, I'm not taking the 3 down because our buddy Uno is supposed to be here, right? So I clean up well. Yeah, I'm a mess. Yeah, Mary, steal a calf and run. I don't have bail money. I pretty much used it all for fencing. Oh, man. Actually, not the fencing so much as the machines, but it's been good. I did clean my face or shave my face because I've been working in insulation, and it's making me very, very itchy. So I shaved it all. Let's see. I see the clip. With work, racing, and farming, you'll be busy. You will do well with that. You got to know. You got to sit down, take a breath. There's no radio. Yeah, right? I agree with all that. And that brings me to my point for tomorrow. I feel absolutely horrible that we yeah, they Mary, you're good. They got bond money. Um this is Jaden's last week for the summer, and I am sad that we haven't done anything really, really big. So tomorrow, I am taking a day off. I have to go in very early in the morning, but nobody in the house will be up yet. And then I'm coming home, and I'm not going to come here. I'm not going to work on race cars. We're taking the family. We're going to Lake Tobias. If you don't know what that is, look it up on the internet. It's pretty cool. And I'm a little worried about Mary because I found out they have a Watusi up there. Now, a Watusi is huge, but if Mary sees it, she may try to stuff it in an Explorer. So you guys may want to stay tuned for the news. So, no cow rustling, right? So that's our plans for tomorrow. Just to kick back, Lord, just kick back and chill out with the family and just enjoy ourselves. We wanted to. So here's the deal. At some point in the fall, we're going to take a couple days. Them horns are huge. Absolutely, they're bigger than longhorns. We're going to in the fall take a long weekend to the a beach at some point, probably with camper. Um, but with my feet and Mary's shoulder being frozen, we just didn't think it was a great idea to go. A Watusi, that's not how it's spelled. It's another breed of a cow. Look, just have to look it up. They're massive. What is that? You're gonna find out tomorrow, girl. And we cannot bring what we can't steal from Lake Tobias. Oh my lord. So anyhow, with her shoulder and my feet, and yes, that's how you spell it right there. Everybody look at Carrie. So that's our plan for tomorrow. And then tomorrow evening, one of Jaden's things he wanted to do was he wanted, look at that sun creeping through the trees. He wanted to go to a race. My plan was to take him to a pretty cool race on Saturday, thinking we could go to Auntie Sue's in the morning, but I didn't realize Auntie Sue's party was till evening. So I think what's going to happen is we're all going to go as a family to Lake Tobias, probably grab some food, and just kick back and enjoy ourselves. And then tomorrow evening, I think Jaden and I at least will go to Williams Grove to watch the sprint cars. Now, whether Mary will go, that's completely up to her. Saturday morning, I will get up. I will get Jaden's race cars ready because we're going to race Sunday. And then Monday he goes to school. So that will be that. I think Jaden is happy. I think he's excited, and I think he enjoys riding his four-wheeler around here, but I think he actually wants to go faster. So at some point, I will have the Argo over here because I want to use that to work on this path back here, and then if we do the Halloween thing, I know that back in the backwoods there's another place that for a path. So got work to do yet. Summer did go extremely fast. Like I can't believe it. Can't believe it. So what are you going to do? I think once we're here and like the campers here and just Missy Smallwood, he is in a different school district than Hannah. Of course he wants to go faster. Yeah, that four-wheeler, I think he's actually probably outgrown a little bit, but we're not going to tell him that yet. We got enough going on. Oh, yeah. And he's starting to like jumping in Grampy's truck and moving it. But what? I hope, pray that you have a great day. Snakes, no snakes. I did see that Lake Tobias has snakes. I will not be going in there. Wow, your school started back yesterday. What? Wow. That's hard to believe. I don't think there's any reason, especially now about with virtual and stuff. I don't see why the kids have to go back to school um, till after Labor Day. I just don't. Yeah, it has. It has came along. Thank you. You guys have no idea. Well, you do, I guess. Yeah, no snakes. Nope. No, 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 no. Shane goes back September 2nd. Yeah, see, that makes more sense. Jaden's birthday is December 2nd. But like I said with, wait, Stella. Hi, Stella. Royce is staying in daycare this weekend. Let's all be thankful for that. That's another reason I had to shave my face, is all my hair was getting gray. Speaking of Royce. Oh, man. Yeah, what are you going to do? End of June, yeah. That's crazy. Like I said, it used to be we'd go, we would go into school early because you'd get snow days and stuff. Well, now with virtual, we really don't get snow anymore that much. Like, just let them go after Labor Day. Let me see. Why do you put him in daycare? Just curious. Well, because we talked about taking him with us, and up until today, we really didn't have, wow. Thank you, Ashley Reed. Thank you so much. You guys don't have to do that. We thought about taking him with us, but then it really doesn't become a true little family getaway, because the last time we did it, I kind of stayed in the truck with Royce, or I would take Royce for walks while Jade and Mary did stuff. And we just decided that if there was a spot available for him, it would be more fair to him and more fair to us to just have him stay at daycare. And we'll be gone so many hours tomorrow because Lake Tobias is probably 2 hours away. So there's 4 hours without anything. So just, yeah, I think it'd be better for him. So, and that way, quite honestly, over the weekend, you know, with the racing going on, and I think he's staying there the weekend. Yeah. So Stella and Carrie, troublemakers. Troublemakers on my live. Watch them, guys. Watch them. So yeah, it's he'll be in great, and he goes there anyhow once a week. So December 25th birthdays. Anything for you guys? I almost love you guys as much. Oh, Ashley, I hope. They're hard to beat, guys. They're hard to beat. Who's somebody's stalking poor Stella? Good night. Good people right there, though. I'll tell you. It's look what I just found. Now look, guys. This is the kind of stuff that makes me nervous. There's an old pair of scissors when this was a goat tent. Oh, well. Holly? I swear to God, I have not seen a snake, and I best not start seeing snakes. I'm very careful anytime I lift a piece of wood up around here. Oh, man. Yes. Oh, God. Don't start with the snake stuff. What's this duck nonsense? No ducks. Holly's troublemaker. Yeah, I know, right? Remember the snake that crawled up in the wheel well of his truck? I'd have lit that truck on fire. Just be thankful. I've often wondered when he took that in to have the flatbed put on it. Imagine them having it up on the lift and that snake falling out in their face. Oh, I'd pass out after I screamed. I don't do, I seen somebody say something about a metal detector. And it's funny I'm walking over here. Here's what I thought about doing. They make big I'm sorry, not metal detectors, magnets. I was thinking of a magnet. They make big magnets to hang from, like, if you're ever in like a place where they have a lot of like tractor trailers, they make these big heavy magnets that hang off the front of the like the vehicles to pick up. I thought about getting something like that for the tractor and just driving around up here, because quite honestly, there really won't be anything out there. And if there is, from our fence projects, it'll be on that side of the fence. So the only place where there really would be anything would be up in here. And guys, quite honestly, that's part of the reason I mow up here, is because I have found different things, whether it's a piece of wood or, you know, stuff like that. But before we bring animals in, I do plan to mow this. I do plan to go through here and do all the things that we talked about, and make sure that Jay must have dropped it. Guys, if you'd have seen, we had a lot of things happen during like winters. When we'd get a heavy snow, sometimes the tent would collapse in one spot, and that happened. It would pull shelves over. We had goats that would get into stuff. Mainly Joelle, even though she wasn't here, it has to be her fault somehow. What is this? No mite. What is going on? Guys, we're not having mice. We're not having rats. We're not having snakes. It's part of the reason I don't know if I want chickens, because I understand that the snakes come for the eggs. Yeah, no. What's Mary talking about baby mice for? What baby mouse? I don't know what baby mouse we're talking about. No, we're not doing mice. There was a baby frog back there. I'm not, as long as they don't come up here, I'm good. What? Oh. Guys, all right. I'm going to tell you the story. We were renting a house, and I had my race car operation set up in the garage, and we had it fixed up nice. And we had, how do I describe this? We had a man-eater of a mouse living down there. Man-eater. Humongous. I was worried it's going to take my leg off, guys. I thought it was going to eat me when I'm sleeping. Huge, massive thing. So, we set traps. We set traps, guys, because that's what us men do. We take care of our family. We take care of the animal, the bad, right? So we set traps. Guess what, guys? Lord, I see that. It caught one. Now here's where the story, I did my job. I set the traps and I caught the mouse. Guys, I set the trap and caught the mouse. Don't listen to Mary. It was massive. Massive. It had to be that big. Massive. So, I caught it. I did my job. So the morning I go down to check things in the garage, there it was. In all its glory. Smashed! In the trap. So I went upstairs and said, Mary, when you leave for work, can you get rid of that mouse? Rat. Because I ain't getting near it. Because it very well could have been faking. And the minute I reach in there to grab it, it takes my arm off. So, because he knew I was the one that set the trap and put the peanut butter down, right? So I wasn't convinced that he wasn't faking. No. So, Lord, no, right? But it was huge, guys, huge. You screamed. I did scream, Ish. Oh, Mary tells stories. I want to show you guys something. Look at that. Oh, there's no bot. Listen, guys, if I see snakes crawling around here, out we go. I look younger without my beard. That's good, right? Oh, my goodness. Mary, I explained it wouldn't take your arm because it knew it was faking me out because it knew I set the trap. Oh, good Lord. Yeah, well, Jessica Ryan, you're going to have to keep coming back because hopefully you'll get to see a lot more of it. We all love Lake Road, right? We all love Lake Road. And I plan on showing you guys a lot of content when the animals are here to the point where you'll probably get bored of it. But, yeah, I think the rat... That was a rat? Oh, guys. Oh. Don't make fun of me. Huge, I tell you. Huge. It is a little piece of heaven, Ann Dunlap. Absolutely. Bonnie Adams loves Lake Road. Never get bored, Janook says. Yeah, especially if you're going to bring rats over here. Chuckle Nuts. Chuckle Nuts was hanging right in that tree over there. He was a tree rat. Chuckle Nuts. I forgot about that. Oh, man. Well, hopefully you guys won't get tired and bored and you keep coming back because I would love nothing more than to grow this channel and be able to add some cool things, some cool animals, and just keep building dreams and bringing you guys along for the ride. And like I said, I'm hoping that we can have some kind of Halloween thing here, and then maybe in the summer have like a 4th of July thing. The gates. We got a 4-foot gate, which is operational. That's good to go. I got half of the, so this is a 16-foot gate here. It's in 2 8-foot sections. And you ask, some people say, well, why do you, because they do make 16-foot gates. But here's the problem with one big gate. As you open it, because we're not on perfectly level land, it'll catch. Where the span of an 8-foot gate is a lot easier just to open. So we got 2 8-foot gates. So yeah. So I got half the 8-footer up. I got part way through, and then I realized I have to change my H posts, which I have to finish that tonight because I don't want that leaning over or anything. So realistically, guys, once this gate here's done, there's no reason animals can't be over here. Other than, now don't get excited, other than making sure we have water and food over here for them, especially when it's this hot. Because we know we have shelter, right? We have shelter, we got goats, we got cows, and more than likely that's where everybody's going to be. And that's another reason I want to get cleaned out underneath that willow tree, because I noticed over at Jay's property that Cinco loves laying under the willow tree. So, well, guys, listen up. I feel like I've had you long enough. I'm going to get off here. I'm going to get some work done. It's hot. I need a drink. Hopefully I have a water left. I don't know. Oh. Well, guys, again, thank you so much. None of this field mice can get... God, don't... Oh, thank you. Thank you for the... I love you much. Thank you so much, Christine. Thank you. I appreciate that. You're putting me in with some pretty big company there. I'm not worthy of all that. So, all right, guys. Nothing from the neighbors. No, neither side. Guys, in case they start watching, here's what we're going to tell them. That I'm raising rodeo bulls over here. We're even going to put signs up, caution, rodeo bulls. Now, I don't know if Cinco quite looks like a rodeo bull, but yeah, he's got horns. That's all that matters. All right, guys. Thank you so much. We love you very much, and we'll see you soon. Hope everybody gets the cool off tonight. Have a great night. Get a good night's sleep, and we'll be back. We'll probably do something tomorrow from where we're heading as a family. It's always fun, right? All right, guys, remember, what if? What if? What if? Good night, guys.